This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Stephen is in Chicago. Hi, Stephen. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Yeah, so when I was young, I lost both my parents when I was younger, and I received a trust as a result of that. And I kind of just wanted to pick your guys' brains and how I can continue to grow those assets. Right now I'm 26, and I kind of have no idea which direction to kind of move with those.
Okay. How much did you get?
$804,000.
And you're in charge of the entire trust?
Yes, I work with a financial advisor on it.
I know, but you're in charge of it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, you tell the financial advisor what to do. He doesn't tell you what to do.
Yes.
Okay. That's the way it should be, by the way. The first thing you're looking for in financial people, and you got to be careful because the way you use your words around me, I'll catch on, okay? The thing you're looking for is the heart of a teacher. Their job is to give you ideas and tell you why those ideas might work. That's called teaching. Their job is not to do everything, and you go, oh, I got a guy that takes care of everything. That's how people lose all their money.
Okay.
Because the guy that takes care of everything never does. Ever. Ever. That's, you hear these sports guys, NFL player makes $10 million signing bonus. He's 22 years old, 23 years old. And, then he's 30 years old and he's bankrupt because I got me a guy. That's what they tell me when I'm working with them in the NFL. I got me a guy, to which I always yell at them, you're the guy. Okay. You follow me? I do it at a distance because they're big. But yeah. You're the guy. You understand. So that's first thing. Then the second thing is, what are you going to invest in after you learn about it that you're comfortable with? And I guess then the third thing is I would set up your lifestyle if I were you, where you don't need any of this money, where you work, earn your own money, and you're building your own life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to continue to do. And I guess, Dave, since I've kind of known this in the back of my mind that I have it, I feel guilty for kind of being in this position of having that. And
no reason to feel guilty unless you live off of it and become a useless trust fund baby. Then you should feel guilty.
That's what I don't want to happen. But
hey, Steve, let me give you three questions that you don't have to answer on the spot right here. But I think this is a good exercise, and you may have answered them. I would give you these three questions to get clear answers on, and it'll help you do what you need to do with this money. And there's no guilt. What do I want to do? That's professional. What do I want to have? That's personal. And then what do I want to give? And that's about others focused. I think if those are three big 30-year questions, and if you get the answers to those, I would want this money to be able to advance those very clear, big goals. What do I want to do? What do I want to have? That's some material stuff that matters to you. And then what do I want to give? I think, and you could add anything to those three questions, but those are real simple to be able to have a long-term vision that this money can now fuel. That's the way I want you to come at it.
So, Stephen, I'll tell you kind of like we told our kids when they were your age and or they were a little bit younger than you. We sat down and we showed them what the Ramsey net worth has become. I said, this is not you hit the lottery moment. Because as for our house, we serve the Lord. And what that means in this moment of you seeing our net worth for the first time, because they didn't grow up thinking they were rich kids. We didn't allow that, although they were. They grew up, having to work and learn a skill and become useful human beings. And so I said, what you've got with this money is not the blessing of never having to do anything. What you got is a tremendous responsibility. You are going to be what I am, a manager of God's money for Him and His glory. And if you are not going to manage this money for Him and for His glory, you will not be getting the money. And so that's how this goes. That's how I told our kids. And so what that does, if you step back and you say, my job is to manage this for the legacy of my family, whoever it was that did such a great job with money that left it to you, you want to honor that by furthering this. And the first way you do that is you earn your own living and you don't live out of this money. Number two, you take this money and you manage it like you were managing it for someone else that you care deeply about. which would be the memory, the legacy of the family for the Lord, however you want to view that. And that means you get with someone that has the heart of a teacher. Then I'm investing it, if I'm you, basic stuff. I would start with a series of just good growth stock mutual funds. Just very simple stuff. Like this was your 401k. Like you had $800,000 in your 401k. And lots of people have $800,000 in their 401k, by the way. So I would just start it like that. And I put my personal 401k and a lot of my mutual fund investing in 4 types of mutual funds: growth and income, aggressive growth, and international. I personally spread mine out 25% in each of those 4. And I look for mutual funds that have long track records that have outperformed the S&P. And that's how I pick them. And my financial advisor, my Ramsey SmartVestor Pro that I work with, that has the heart of a teacher, will bring me 3 or 4 funds that meet those guidelines. We'll discuss those 3 or 4. And based on his input and his work to get it to that point, I will choose then what I want to do with my money, and he will go do with my money what I tell him to do. And that's what you're supposed to do. You see the difference?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and you go ahead and put in your corner a tax person that you trust. You put in your corner an estate planner that you trust. You put in your corner an insurance person that you trust. All of these people are in the financial arena, which means all of them are required to have the heart of a teacher. When I hire a lawyer in a lawsuit or in some other situation, their job is not to tell me what to do, although some of them took that class in law school. And occasionally they get fired by me for doing that because I'm not putting up with an arrogant butt attorney. So you're going to do what I tell you to do in my situation, but you're here to advise me and teach me the law in that situation. That's different than my lawyer said I have to. My lawyer don't say I have to do nothing. He has to do stuff I said. That's the way that works. Same thing with you, dude. That's what I want you to do on all this. And I'm not being a smart aleck, but the point is that people get this stuff backwards because we feel insecure and lacking in knowledge, and so we want to trust the professional, turn our back, and walk away. And that's how the patient dies on the table. Don't do that. You stay in the surgery. You want to learn how this happens. You get your hands in the blood and guts, and you make sure this stuff goes. You're managing it. You're the manager. These other people are advisors, they're helpers, they're teachers. And build you a little board of directors, and you're going to be worth $8 million in about 20 minutes if you'll do this. Time you're 40, this will be $8 million if you'll watch what you're doing.
Thanks for listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. Need help with your investments? Connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com/invest or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.